voters on gunpoint and ordering them to vote, not secretly, but on. He puts up an image that he has won. But I'm glad that unlike ever before, not only locally but internationally, all these schemes have been rejected. You have seen statements from the United Nations, you've seen statements from the United States, you have seen statements from the European Union and very many other international bodies rejecting the fraud. We continue to reject the fraud, and in no unequivocal terms, we are saying that we defeated General Museveni and we are the true winners. However, the will of the people was usurped by General Museveni. He staged the coup. And as we speak right now, while he tactically left some of the very ashaming wins to proceed, he went ahead to avert the wins of other people. Like I told you, many are, pursuing their wins. That explains why not all of us are here today. This is a beginning, friends. The liberation struggle continues. We are not free until we break free from the 35-year-old regime. Yes. Today we meet for the first time after 11 days of, military takeover. It is not a mistake, friends, that we meet today when it is making 35 years of the Museveni gun rule. Today, as I speak to you. It is not a mistake. We are living in a generation where we see revelations before our own selves. It's up to us to tap into them. It's like electricity. It's always there until you tap into it. This generation that very many of you represent, I can see you, very many of you, even as newly elected members of parliament, I believe the majority of you were not born when Museveni took over our country. Look at yourselves right now. The people of Uganda have entrusted you to liberate them from this slavery. And that's exactly what we are going to do. So, number one, I want you to know that the people of Uganda trusted us. They trusted you. Just like our Secretary General has put it on your posters, and as a promise, we put a new Machindi, a new Kampala, a new Kawempe, a new Bukomansimbi, etc., etc. This is the time for us to make good of that promise. I told you while we were still in the campaigns that we are not going to wait to give that leadership when we finally wear the victor's crown. We must give that leadership even when we are in the struggle. This is just one phase of leadership accreditation. The people of your constituencies have accredited you, and this is when you begin to give that leadership. While your people want you to represent their voices in the parliament and in the various offices that you've been elected to, your people, most importantly, want you to assert the voice of freedom, the voice and aspiration of an end to the dictatorship. And that's exactly what we are doing. And it's my humble prayer and request to you, friends, that you do not forget the mission. This is a mission to freedom. We have always been telling our people, mission 2021, not election 2021, but mission 2021. And I've told you before that our people have agreed with a long old statement that politics is so serious a business to be left to politicians. So I'm asking you not to be politicians. I'm asking you not to be the regular politicians, but to be freedom fighters, to be leaders. We are leading an entire generation out of slavery, and they are banking on you. When General Museveni ordered for the surrounding of my house, he was convinced in his old school mind that by incarcerating me, by disconnecting me from the people, he's pouring cold water on this, our revolution. And I want to tell you that while I speak to you now, I speak to you as if it's the last time I'm talking to you. Because be very sure that this forcefully imposed regime on us, this timid old man who has his future right behind him, is going to do every illegal, every shameful thing. Don't be shocked when they surround my home once again. Don't be shocked when they arrest me and keep me in jail, thinking that by keeping me away from you, they are keeping this revolution cold. So I want to task you today to be a Chagulanyi where you are. Mwadanku Nyinji, the people of Chadondo voted for you. They sent you to accomplish a mission. Same to you, Shamim Malende. Same to you, Kazibwe Bashir. Same to everybody. This is no joking business. This is when the real fight begins. I've told you before, and now the people of your constituencies have proved to you that I'm not any different from you. You can do what I'm doing and even more. And the people have tasked you to that. This is no time for us to put on smart, straight jackets and go to parliament and enjoy. It is a time to sacrifice. It's a time to put away our comfort. This is a liberation struggle that we must start. As a matter of fact, while the struggle has been more painful then, it is even more painful now. But I can guarantee you that we can see freedom inside. While your constituencies have elevated you and made you stand out, I want you to remember that 100% of our campaign team, that we stand here on the blood of very many comrades that have been murdered innocently. Which blood we must make good of. They are looking at us. The people of Uganda are relying on us. But they are very proud that they chose us, that their voices, at least in some areas, were elevated. And I want you to know that General Museveni wants so desperately to put an end to this and pretend that we are moving on. We are not moving on to anywhere. We want him. He is not the legally elected president. He is an imposter. Yes, he is. So while you take on these offices, I want you to remember that this is going to be a two-pronged approach. We have the political approach, but this bigger battle is for the people of Uganda. So you are expected to lead your people. At least through these 3 years, you have seen that indeed people power is stronger than people in power. I want you to know that you are servants. You people, you are servants. You were appointed by people to serve them. To serve as anchors of a struggle for freedom and life. They are relying on you. They expect you to be serious. They expect you to be assertive. I know we discuss much more in the apps and media, but I want you to congratulate your friends and task you and remind you that business is just beginning. It has not ended. There's no to celebrate. Now, the only reason to be reminded that we have a big task ahead of us. You see, the mountain, friends, you will climb and task you and remind you that business is just beginning. It has not ended. There's no going to right now. But I want you to know that you're leading the people with their trust. They have trusted you. That is a very noble thing. You are special people. Amidst all the rigging, amidst all the irregularities, amidst all the violence, the people asserted their voices. Don't look at yourself like the ordinary. You are not ordinary. You are freedom fighters. You are revolutionaries. Embrace it. Own it. And give leadership. Be magnanimous to those that you want. I know many of you were vying with other forces of change. This is a time to bring them forth. This is a time to show them that we are about leadership. This is no time to brag. This is a time to be humble. But most importantly, this is a time to remember that we are servants of the people of Uganda. So I congratulate you, friends. I welcome you to this struggle. It is not going to be easy. It is not going to be smooth. They are going to provoke you. They are going to try to compromise you. They are going to offer you loads of money. They are going to offer you positions. You've heard General Museveni bragging that he'll buy out some of our leaders. He's bragged that he's going to offer ministerial posts to some of you. And when you refuse, like I know you will, because I know you cannot save your people. When you refuse, they will persecute you. They will jail you. They will put all kinds of wrong narratives around you. But remember, they are doing that to you because you are winners. I can guarantee you, friends, that we are going to remove a dictator. Do not be intimidated. Do not be intimidated. General Museveni might have used the military to assert his force and impose himself on the people of Uganda. Like I've already told you, he's an impositor who we are going to remove soon and very soon. Take examples of his friends. Hosni Mubarak, who purported to have won with 80-something%. He's recently kicked out friend Omar el-Bashir, who supposed to have won an election with 90%. Not more than a year, he was out of office. We want Museveni out of office in less than a year. Our friend Omar el-Bashir, who supposed to have won an election with 90%. Not more than a year, he was out of office. We want Museveni out of office in less than a year. So, removing a dictator. What you are representing here is a 45 million people. Okay? What you're representing here is the power of the people. And I salute the youngsters that we have. This is a true representation of Uganda. Let it echo amongst all of us. Let us make a difference. Let us not disappoint the people. We must not disappoint the people. You've heard many regime propagandists claiming that the people of Uganda will regret voting out of hate. They hate the Museveni regime because it has oppressed them for 35 years. Today, while they are celebrating 35 years of taking over our country, we are mourning that day. And I want it to drum deep down in you. And remember that we have a duty like no other generation. Our duty, our mission is to remove a dictator. And you are here as commanders. You are here as leaders to push this through. So I salute you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll exchange much more. There's more that I want to share with you that we don't yet want to expose to the media. There's much more that you are going to get from our leaders, but I wanted to salute you and welcome you yet again to this next phase of our struggle. For God, Uganda, kubanka kasamwe nambitegede wamba si checho nebo okubatemera temera mbannange mbayoza mikwano gyange bayoza okulondebwa okusikirira abannayuganda newankubadde bangi kuffe abalondeddwa naye olwokubanga mwami Museveni mu bwannakyemalira bwe yayagadde nnyo okwawula mu bantu alage nti nno ekitundu kimu kyekitamulonze naye wala abamulonze bakandideti baffe bangi nnyo bababbye nga bwe mwalabye nti amagye gakozesebwa mu kutiikinga obululu n'okugaana abantu abamu okulonda n'okukyusa zi DR forms n'ebitundu ebirala okulangirira obulangirizi mu buswavu bw'ekitalo abantu abatawangudde ne babalangirira nti ate be bawangudde naye mbayozaayoza naye okusingira ddala njozaayoza bannayuganda bawangudde okulonda kuno twakuwangula mwami Museveni twamuwangula twagenda mu kulonda bannayuganda ne balonda National Unity Platform bannayuganda ne banonda okubeera pulezidenti waabwe era njagala obbategeeza mwabali wano n'abo abali eyo ebbali w'eggwanga ti Museveni bannayuganda tebamulonda nze kama koogera yenze gwe baalonda era ffe tuwakanya mwami byabakama bye yayogera mwami Museveni tebamulonda ffe tetumulaba nga pulezidenti waffe kuba bannayuganda tebamulonda era mu buswavu obw'ekitalo yayina okusindika amagye mu bumenyi bw'amateeka ne gatwetoloola ne gansibira awo newaka ne first lady wammwe bwe mwalonda njagala okwebaza amaloboozi okwetoola ensi yonna ebitongole omuli UN omuli US Mission omuli European Union omuli Amnesty International n'ebitongole byonna ebyensi yonna ebyasitula 35 bukyanga omuyekera gwe bayita Museveni ne bayekera banne lwe bajja ne bawamba ensi yaffe ku mudumu gw'emmundu era okuva ku olwo baatufuula baddu mu nsi yaffe neera njozaayoza abannayuganda nti mu kunyigirizibwa mu ttemu ne mu kutiisibwatiisibwa okw'ekika ekyawaggulu baavuddeyo ne basalawo mwami Museveni ne bamugoba nga bayita mu kalulu newankubadde mwami Museveni yeewangamiza mu ntebe gy'atalina kutuulamu essaawa zino njagala okumujjukiza mu bigambo byange titugenda kumugjamu mu ntebe eyo njagala obajjukiza mikwano gyange nti ebifo bye babalonzeemu si byakulya pate wabula babawadde bwesige na buvumu na kye bayita stamp of approval mu bakulembere njagala obbasaba mikwano gyange nze ng'omuntu temunswaza naye okusingira ddala temuswaza ebiruubirirwa byaffe ng'eggwanga ebiruubirirwa byaffe ng'omugigi abasinga obungi kummwe temwali bazaale Museveni we yawambira ensi yaffe kati muli babaka ba paliamenti ekyo nno kibajjukize nti tulina omulimu ogw'amaanyi ogw'okweggyako nakyemalira ate nga tugenda kikola nga Mukama ye mubeezi waffe so njagala okubajjukiza nti obuyinza obw'abantu basazeewo mu bakiikirire ebifo byammwe mubikozese nga front ey'okulwanyisa obwannakyemalira buno mubikozese nga front muli maloboozi g'abantu nze nga mbagamba nti siina njawulo nammwe era nga mbagamba nti nze kyensinga okwagala kwe kwekubisaamu abantu bangi nnyo ndi musanyufu nti mwenna buli Bakyagulanyi n'okukirawo era nga njagala okubakunga mikwano gyange mugende mukole ekyo kyennyini abantu kye bakkiririzaamu omulamwa gwaffe gwakujjako dictator tetukikweka mission gye tuliko yakujjako nakyemalira Museveni bannayuganda bamugyeko nga bayita mu kalulu mwenna mukiraba obujulizi weebuli mu zi videos mu zi declaration forms newankubadde abasirikale n'amagye bagifudde mission yaabwe okugenda nga balumbagana ba agent baabwe afe nga babawambako declaration forms naye obujulizi weebuli titwawangudde mwami Museveni ekiddako kwe kukulembera bannayuganda bannaffe okweggyako nakyemalira njagala obbajjukiza nga nva waggulu nti mikwano gya Museveni omuli Hozini Mubaraka gwe bajjako e Egypt n'amaanyi g'abantu nga tebakozeseza muntu yali yakamala okwerangirira nti awangudde n'ebitundu ebisukka mu 8 era yali tanaweza mwaka ng'awambye obuyinza bw'abantu ng'abasiba ekiwaani nti yawangudde n'ebitundu ebisukka mu 9. Bashir gwe baakajjako wano e Sudan yali tanaweza mwaka nga yeerangiridde nga bw'awangudde of course mu bulimba n'ebitundu 9 ku buli 100. Kati ate ono Museveni namukadde. Njagala okubategeeza nti bannayuganda balinaffe naye mmwe mulina obbaawo obukulembeze. Ensonga lwaki mwami Museveni ansibira ewaka, ensonga lwaki amaaso agateeka ku nze, kubanga alowooza nti nze bwanzijamu mmwe olwo kiba kiwedde. Njagala obbakunga olunaku lwaleero mikwano gyange mumanye nti guno mulama tegukoma ku Kyagulanyi, wabula mwenna abantu okubalonda kitegeeza nti naawe oli Kyagulanyi ewammwe. Ate naawe mu constituency yo osobola okukunga Bakyagulanyi ne bawera 10 ne bawera 1,000 ne bawera bangi. N'olw'ensonga eyo njagala okubategeeza mikwano gyange nti ne lwaleero lwennyini basobola okuddamu ne beetoola amaka gange, basobola n'okunkwata ne bansibira ewalala, basobola n'okunzita, naye tuba tukomye? No, tuba tetukomye. Samola Mate agamba aluta continua, olutalo lugenda mu maaso. Basaba mweweeyo nga saddaaka mikwano gyange. Njagala mubeere njagala mubeere basaale mu bitundu byammwe. Ate buno obubaka nammwe mbongereyo mu bantu. Mission gye tuliko yakujjako nakyemalira. Tebinnaba kuggwa bitandika butandisi mikwano gyange. Tebinnaba kuggwa bikola ki? Tebinnaba kuggwa bikola ki? Bitandika butandisi. N'olw'ensonga eyo mbayozayoza naye nga mbajjukiza nti olutalo lwaffe olw'okununula eggwanga lyaffe n'olw'okujjako nakyemalira lutandika butandisi. Bingi bye tugenda okuteesaako, of course bwe tutandyagadde bannamawulire bafune nga tetunnaba biboobeza bulungi nnyo, naye mbaaniriza mbayozayoza mbategeeza nti mwami Museveni ffe tetumulaba nga pulezidenti, kubanga si pulezidenti. Pulezidenti eyalondebwa mumulaba wano maaso gammwe Bannayuganda abayimiridde naffe tujja kuba mu biseera ebiddako mu maaso nga tubagaidinga engeri gye tugenda okutambula. Njagala okwongera okukikatiriza nti ffe tetuli bamenyi b'amateeka, tetukozesa mmundu, tetuli violent, naye tugenda kujjako nakyemalira ono nga tewali n'essasi n'erimu lye tufulumiza. Ndowooza nja kufunayo ebibuuzo nga 2-3 okuva eri bannamawulire, then tugende maaso n'olukuŋŋaana lwaffe.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Another round of applause, please. I can definitely not add anything to that. But before I call the questions, I want to make a few introductions of leaders that we did not introduce at the start. First one being our Deputy President, the Honorable Mathias Mpuga, the Honorable Mwanga Honorable Patrick Nsamba, Oshaga, I think I saw him around. People power, our power, our power, people power. And finally, Honorable Flavia. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you. My name is Jackson Onyango.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Jackson Onyango. Maybe if we could start with your experience in the 11 days.
What is the plan? What is the NUP plan to ensure that they are released? Others who won positions when they are still in jail.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Thank you. My name is Shamina because I work with Record TV. My question is relative to that of Jackson. I want to know what is your plan that is going to facilitate the move to remove President Bobi in just 1 year?
Thank you very much. Yes.
My name is Solomon Serwanja. I work with NBS at Territory 1. Is the National Unity Platform thinking about going to court to challenge these elections? Also, the Honorable Robert Chagulanyi has said that they will remove the government in 1 year using non-violent means. Can you maybe throw more light on that?
Thank you very much, and maybe I'll have the final figures too.
Thank you. My name is Charles Mgarachibun from CBS. Honorable Chagulanyi, what we are seeing today, the people these MPs elect won are running to court. Others are seeking for a recount of the votes. For example, in Masaka, it is going on today. What is the party doing? Because it looks to be the same script those who lost are reading from. So what is the party doing to help the MPs elect to stay in their position?
Okay. Nja kwawukanako ku bannange mbuuze mu Luganda era nja kwagala ansa mu Luganda. Abe Munywevu, Lugudde TV. Ekibuuzo kyange ekigenda wa Mr. President. So far, nga NUP
Ladies and gentlemen, Korojuliro, ennyonyi etandise okwetala. Ennyonyi etandise okwetala.
Nga NUP sofa eyina byegasseeko okwetooloola eggwanga nga ekosa apu eri eya YouVote oba enkola endala yonna. Sofa ku ebyo ebigattiddwako tutuuseeko wa? Era singa ofuna omuwendo ogusingaku ogwa Electoral Commission gwe yakuwa ne bw'oba tofunye DR forms ziri ezaatwalibwa kikyobozaako.
We are not safe. We are not safe. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have an ambush. Katugezeeko. President Linda ennyonyi yiyo. Well, we are the TV. mu Uganda wange bali serious. Bali serious nnyo. Bagala kulandinga ndowooza. Okay. President.
People power. Our power.
People power. Yes. I'll have a speech.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I have the attention of all the journalists.
Yeah.
Please. It's too long. A year under General Museveni means more deaths, means more. Lawlessness. Compiling results. That is what Mr. Byabakama did, and we disagree with that fraud. While we have all the evidence, 2011 basically court petition and what came out of their Mama and Baba's petition. And should we go to court, it should be another front to expose the regime. But most importantly, the court we believe in most is a court of public opinion. We have always believed always in people power. Our energy, our hope, and our power is within the people of Uganda. So it is the court of public opinion that is most important to us. About the plan for, I'll refer some questions to our legal team. There were tens of soldiers. They jumped over the fence and took over our compound. They could not allow my wife to access our garden. They beat up our security guards and terrorized everybody that we stay with. Our aware that more than 400 let this be yet another strong reason for you to fight on. I thank you, and I forward it to you, Comrade Secretary General.
Thank you very much.
Uganda. Omwaka omulamba nga Museveni yatufuga, kitegeeza kwongera bannayuganda kufa na kuttibwa, bannayuganda kwongera kubuzibwawo, bannabyamizannyo abasambi b'omupiira ne babokisa kutemulwa nga tewali ripooti. Kitegeeza baffe eddembe okuwakanya okufugibwa obumbula, okuwakanya okufugibwa mu nfuga etali y'amateeka, era balina eddembe okuyimirirawo, at least constitution ebawa eddembe eryo. N'olw'ensonga eyo njagala obbakunga mwenna Uganda, si kulinda mwaka, si kulinda mwezi, si kulinda wiiki, si na kulinda lunaku, naye okuyimirirawo buli omu okukozesa kyasobola okuwakanya enfuga ya Museveni n'okuwakanya ebyavudde mu kulonda ebyo ebyalangiddwa obumenyi bw'amateeka nga Mwami Museveni akozesa COVID okumenya amateeka ye kennyini okulemesa kooti ekimu ku bigendererwa kujja kubeera kwakwandika kooti ezo. Mwenna mwawulidde omulamuzi Ssaabalamuzi w'eggwanga Mwami Owiny Idolo ng'agamba tebafugibwa Mwami Museveni. Ekyo tukyayogera ne bannaffe tulabe oba tubagezesa nabo tubakube mu ttooki, si eya wano yokka wabula ey'ensi yonna. Naye njagala bategeeza nti ekkooti lwaffe gawamba ennimiro zaffe ge galya emmere yaffe, tebatukkiriza na kugenda mu nnimiro yaffe kugyayo emmere naye oluvannyuma lw'ennaku 11 okujjako okusalamu kaweiti akatono n'okola figa tukyaliwo tukyali bagumu era tukyagenda mu maaso paka nga tuggyeko nakyemalira Museveni bya ddala. Tubategeeza nti bannaffe bangi nnyo bali mu bikumi bali mu makomera ag'enjawulo mu ggwanga mwe muli n'abali ku campaign tiimu yaffe abakwatibwa abatwalibwa mu kkooti y'amagye newankubadde babakwata nange naye bo ne batwala mu kkooti y'amagye muli banubiani ba edi mutwe n'abalala bannaffe abagenzeeyo okubalabako munzikirize mpozi nyongere ate nteeke essiira kw'omu ku baganda ne bamukuba nnyo ne bamuteeka mu drone ne bamutwala era ng'okuva kwolwo taddangamu kulabika. Twongera okubanja Selector David twongera okumubanja twagala okumulabako kuba talina musango be baba bagamba balina omusango twagala bamule. Let me say that in English. They beat him up so bad and bundled him in a drone van and drove him away. Since then, he has never been seen again. We don't know where he is, and we continue to demand for his unconditional release. And if he has any case to answer, he should be presented in a competent court of law.
Helping out the legal teams, but also other elected leaders. And you can see, for example, that some of the leaders are not here because they are trying to help one of the comrades there, and other cases that there's no voting for the president. You know, they say here for the rest of the meeting. encourage our people to continue voting the umbrella at all levels. On 3rd February, there are other elections. And we are telling people, we want to thank people, the people of Uganda who are voting the umbrella everywhere, and we encourage them.
wakati mu kunyigirizibwa still tubadde magere
singira ddala. Tugenda kukolera wamu okulaba nti eggwanga lino tulikyusa essaawa yonna. Weewaawo tukika
Shamima
naye ensaawa and we are sure
Katonda ali naffe, Katonda ali naffe, n'ekirala we have the blessings of the Almighty God, the international community is squarely and surely with us. So, of course, Uganda, but bottom line, we are starting.
Okay. Thank you so much. That has been. Bakutumira nnyo bakwa bagala nnyo access to our president. We've had clear our president speaking on to us era atuga ebintu bingi of which agambye nti 30 day is still coming. So a meeting egenda kuba etandika ey'ekyama era nga meeting eno tekkirizibwamu bamawulire. So we are going to give them space so that they discuss, and we shall be waiting for what comes out of this meeting, and we shall actually update you on what it is people are going to discuss. So in this very situation, allow me to say goodbye unto you. Keep following us. We are now going on to another move of following our lovely friends who were arrested, who were abducted, friends who were taken into prison, friends who were beaten badly in the hospitals. They denied him access to market, they denied him access to even his own compound. So this was a real and typical house arrest. So therefore, in this very juncture, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching Olujulio TV. I remain Frank Sentongo. I sign out. Bye-bye.